I will start right away to present first Normandy, where it is, what it is, and some historical facts, and the teachings that we have at the University of Normandy. Okay. So first, where is Normandy? Okay. So here on the left-hand side, you can see a map of Europe, at least Western Europe, because Europe is supposed to go to Ural Mountains. After it's Asia, okay? So it's in Russia. So here you see plenty of small countries, okay, very small countries. Some are so small that it's difficult to see them. And the biggest country is France, okay, 500,000 square kilometer, okay. But even that, it's not that big if you compare to China, Russia, USA, and so on. So this is why, to counterbalance the power of China, USA, and so on, progressively Europe is building again, okay. So this is France, and in France we speak French, okay? And here, if you magnify this region, okay, you will see that here Normandy is there. So it's in yellow here. Paris is there, where I'm spotting the leather, okay? So a little bit northwest from Paris on the Seine River. So it's a river which goes through Paris, and through Rouen, and through Le Havre. Here, you have this region, Normandy. Okay? So this is for geographical location of this region. Now, this region has been inhabited for a long period of time. Actually, even during Neolithic period, so 10,000 years before Christ, it was already inhabited, okay? So, and the reason for that is that we have a nice river with a gentle flow, so you can navigate on that river. And of course, it was a way to import goods, to export goods, to transfer people and goods, okay. So this region has always been inhabited, and before Normandy, and after the Roman invasion, it's more or less at minus 50 years, okay, before Christ. And then this was called Neustrie, okay, and it has been the Neustrie for centuries. And then before the Roman, it was the Celtic people were living there. And the Roman, much more organized, at least militarily, could easily defeat all the Celts, which were not well organized. There were some tribes only, and the Romans were extremely well organized, so they could defeat them. But it was a blessing in disguise, almost, because the Celts could not write anything, and we know things for sure, so history became when the Roman arrived in this area, okay? So still at that time, fishery and productive farming was the main characteristic of Neustrie at that time, and the climate was already mild climate and humid also, as it is now, okay? So, after the collapse of the Roman Empire around the 5th century, it was really dark ages for all Europe almost, because then it was full of wars and anarchy everywhere. And among those people who were putting the mess everywhere were these guys coming from Scandinavia. Okay, Scandinavia are countries that I can show you here, okay. Here is Scandinavia, so you have Denmark, you have Finland, Sweden, and Norway. So here Denmark, here, all those countries here, Suddenly, those people were maybe too many for the crops they could get, and then they invaded on a regular basis such region here and all the coast down to Spain, okay? And it was absolutely terrible, okay? They rape women, they kill monks, and they steal everything, so it was absolutely terrible. And this has been put to an end by the King of France in 911. In 911, there is a treaty, Saint-Clair-sur-Epte, okay, a very small city. Epte is a river, by the way. And by this treaty, Roland, the chief of all the Vikings, accepted to become Christian, okay, which was a big change, because as he was Christian, he won't kill the monks, he won't kill all the clergymen and so on, he will respect that. So he became Christian, and all his army also Christian. By the way, he also received a daughter of the King of France as a gift, okay? And then he could become the Duke of this area, which is shaded here, okay, which is more or less what we call now the North Normandy or Upper Normandy. Okay, Upper Normandy is there. So that was the land which has been given to him at the beginning at Roland. And of course, this guy was not happy with that, so he progressively expanded, you know, to give what is now Normandy. Normandy is all of that now, okay? So you have to understand that those guys were giants. They were all as tall as that, okay? More than 2 meters, more than 100 kilos, extremely strong, okay? And they were very good warriors and very good sailors. So nobody could do anything against them, okay? So it was fortunate that at the end they could settle here and they could become quiet. Okay, well, they kept doing bad things all over Europe. Even in Sicily, they create a kingdom in Sicily at the moment. Okay, down to Italy. So I can go back once again. Here, they create a kingdom here. For 200 of years, this kingdom remained. Okay, so you see, they were extremely good sailors. So good that they probably discovered Greenland. And the son of the discoverer of Greenland went even to Canada, what is now known as Canada. So these boats are called drakkar. So I can write what is the name of that. And this boat has the particularity to be good in high sea, okay, and on a river. You can use the same boat, okay? So they were very skilled at navigating, and they could invade. They just been stopped at Paris. They couldn't in Paris. There were too many people against them, and but where they were going, they went into Russia, Ukraine, and so on. They invaded a lot of different countries, okay? And then at the moment they settled, and here is the starting point is Roland, you know, 911, 942, and then his descendants, okay? One important thing that the granddaughter to Roland was a girl, Emma, who became the wife of the King of England already. And they were Saxon, those guys, okay? Saxon have nothing to do with Vikings. Vikings were blonde, okay, with blue eyes and giants, almost all of them, okay. And then you see the different son could get the crown of the Duke. They became the Duke of Normandy. and then up to this guy. This guy, so Guillaume Le Bâtard, and in English, you see, sometimes English and French are very, very close together because there is an accent here, and in English it is a bastard. Because Robert the Magnifique, or the devil, okay, Diable is the devil, Robert did not marry with a noble woman. And at that time, it was finished. So you were just a bastard. So your life was stained by this very bad sin. Okay? Very bad. But this guy, all his life long, were extremely lucky. Extremely. Nothing could defeat him. Even in the bad, even the worst circumstances, he could win. It was incredible. So his birth was a disgrace almost because he was a bastard. But apart from that, everything runs very smooth all his life. Incredible. So he was by his ancestor, the Duke of Normandy. Okay? And he started to reign in 1035. Okay? One important anecdote. If I go back once again, excuse me, you see only male here. Only male. The Vikings never sail with their wives. Which means that in 1020, let's say, okay? 1020 is just 1 century almost after Roland settled. His father could not find any teacher to teach him how to speak Danish. Because we still say the mother language, the mother tongue. Okay? So as they did not settle with their wives, okay, they married with Celt women, okay, but after 3 generations, no one could speak proper Danish or Swedish or those Scandinavian languages, okay? So they were very well assimilated in the French culture almost, or it was not really the French I speak now, but you see, so this has a consequence even now, okay?